Part 1 on Into the Depths. The land of Hyrule in Tears of the Kingdom is vast and green, filled with mountains and rivers, and the people who inhabit this land have built towns and villages. And while it may seem like this, there's a darker side to Hyrule. Throughout the map, you can find chasms, giant holes with gloom coming from within. But the strange part isn't the chasms themselves, but what lies within. Once you gather up enough courage to dive down, you are met with a strange, eerie world. Unlike anything you have ever seen, alien-like trees surround you, and in the distance you can see monsters, covered in what looks to be gloom. This place is known as the Depths. The Depths is a twisted, corrupted version of Hyrule. In every corner you turn, there will be another mystery. And one strange mystery are Poes, strange blue lights that float in the darkness. The so-called Poes are collectibles, which you can turn into bargainer statues to receive armor. In Ocarina of Time, they wore hoods and had lanterns. In Twilight Princess, they also carried lanterns and were big and blue. And in the Wind Waker, well, they were that. The point is, though, Tears of the Kingdom's Poes are so much different than other Zelda games. They're just little blue lights scattered throughout the depths. Well, today, I'm gonna try to figure out the origins of these Tears of the Kingdom Poes. So I'd appreciate it if you like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss out on any Tears of the Kingdom tutorials or theories. And with all that said, let's jump right in. One of the only mentions of Poes in Tears of the Kingdom is in one of the Yiga notebooks, which says that they disappear whenever a Yiga gets close to them. So this leads me to believe that they are beings of light and not of dark, since they disappear when an evil presence gets near. The only other mention of them is from the Poe statue at Lookout Landing, from which he will tell you that they are wandering spirits. But what does he mean, wandering? Well, this most likely means that they have no purpose, and are destined to linger in the darkness for eternity. But why are they called Poes, beings who are dead and then resurrect as these ghost-like things? Well, what if Tears of the Kingdom Poes aren't dead? You see, in Twilight Princess, you can find these little blue lights, and if you talk to them as a wolf, you can find out that they are just people, transformed due to the different environment, which in this case was the Twilight Realm. But if Tears of the Kingdom Poes were really just transformed due to the fact that they were in a different realm, how would that be possible since they're just in the depths, a place underground? Well, not exactly. It is said that in a time before Skyward Sword, Demise and his minions lived and thrived in their own land, separate from the surface. And that one day they came up to the surface and attacked Hylia in the Highlands. It is possible that the Depths is that mysterious land, which Demise and his minions once inhabited. That would explain why beings would turn into these little blue lights just like in Twilight Princess, due to the fact that they're in an evil and dark land. To further back up this theory is the fact that the Yiga clan has not turned into these Poes, since they are evil and thrive in this underworld. Now that's great and all, we know the Poes were just beings who were transformed due to the fact that they were in an unusual realm, but we still don't know who they were. As far as we know, they could be an entirely different race. Now, one thing I would like to mention is that there is a fifth statue along with the four scattered throughout the depths of the Goron, Rito, Zora, and Gerudo. The fifth one depicts a humanoid frog creature with one fist raised in the air. Now, it's possible that these could be the people who were turned into Poes due to a strange environment, but the one problem with that is these were people who were most likely native to the depths, and so they wouldn't be able to turn into Poes, or else they wouldn't even be in the depths. So what are these Poes then? Well, in order for me to show you that, I'll need to take you back to the ancient past. In a long time ago, where the kingdom of Hyrule was but a land scattered with monsters, a people descend from the heavens known as descendants of gods. These people were called the Zonai. Together with the Highlands, they founded the kingdom of Hyrule, and each race used the Zonai technology to establish structures. The Zora and the Rito built structures in the sky, while the Gerudos stick to land and built pyramids. But the Gorons went with the Zonai down to the depths to build the city of Gorondia. Peace was restored to Hyrule, but that peace must end. Eventually, the Zonai went extinct, but nobody knows how or when. Until now. As we discussed earlier, every person who goes into the depths and is good, or at least not evil, will be transformed into these Poes. And that includes the Goron and the Zonai. I believe that the blue lights found all throughout the depths were the one and only Zonai, said to go extinct tens of thousands of years ago. And all the Poes found in the Elden region were most likely the Gorons, which makes sense because almost all of the Goron went down there to build the city of Gorondia, so that explains why there's so many Poes in the Elden region. And that is my theory on the mysterious Poes in Tears of the Kingdom. Next time on Into the Depths, what are the origins of the Bargainer statues? Out of all things, why are Poes the thing that you trade them to get items? Are they cursed beings or rulers of the depths? Well, that is what I'm going to find out. Thanks for watching. I hope you like this new series, Into the Depths. If you do, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss out on any more theories or tutorials. And with all that said, I'll see you in the next video.